Greetings, my dearest subscribers, and anyone else out there who might be following my content. This, an important message regarding my most recent video, posted 2 days ago entitled, Kobe Owns LeBron and Saved Team USA. The video was up for roughly 36 hours and got 34,000 views before I was notified of the video's banning. It has since been blocked from all regions worldwide in what amounts to me as a thinly veiled and pathetic attempt to block not just a video, but an idea. An idea that I believe very strongly in, and therefore I am not going to back down.
I'm not leaving!
I am instead going to lay out the facts in a new video right here.
I want the truth!
Forgive me, as I won't be waxing poetic like I usually do. The edits won't be as tight as they typically are, simply outlining the undeniable stone-cold facts.
You can't handle the truth!
Of one of the most prolific losers in basketball history crapping in his pants on a worldwide stage
like a poopy
before having one of the greatest winners the sport has ever seen bail him and the entire national team out when it mattered most. The time Kobe Bryant proved he owns LeBron James. And it's a story that begins in the 1936 Olympic Games in Berlin, Germany, when basketball was first introduced as an official medal event. And from those first games, and running all the way through the 2004 Olympics, the United States of America would dominate international play without equal, amassing a record of 117-2 in international play over that time. And once the U.S. started sending NBA players in the 1992 Summer Games in Barcelona with the famed Dream Team, the Americans never lost a single game in any international tournament until the chosen one arrived in Athens for the 2004 games, and the legend of LeBron's would be born. But it wasn't just LeBron along for the ride. The 2004 men's national team also included players like Dwayne Wade, Carmelo Anthony, 28-year-old prime Tim Duncan, and 29-year-old Allen Iverson. Yes, prime Tim Duncan and LeBron James, two players we routinely hear revisionist history about, both being better than Kobe Bryant, teamed up on an international all-star team and not only failed to win the gold medal, they got absolutely humiliated and embarrassed the entire country.
Why?
The Americans got destroyed in their first game in the tournament by Puerto Rico by a final score of 92-73. They would then lose to Lithuania and ultimately Argentina in the semifinals before collecting their bronze medals. 3 losses, 3 in the span of one tournament consisting of 8 games. The Americans had lost 2 games total in 70 years coming into those games, and in the span of 10 days went 5-3 behind the greatest power forward ever, who allegedly was the best player of the 2000s, and of course the self-proclaimed GOAT.
That one right there made me the greatest player of all time.
Following this epic humiliation, Team USA would clean house completely. Jerry Colangelo was named managing director of the national team program by USA Basketball Executives Committee in 2005, while Mike Krzyzewski was named the head coach, and LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and Carmelo Anthony were named team captains heading into the 2006 FIBA World Championships in Japan, where the Americans would be shocked once again, this time by Greece, and it again would be bronze for Team USA. 2 tournaments in 2 years, 4 losses, and 2 bronze medals for Team USA. Enter the actual best player in the world, Kobe Bryant, who had seen enough and decided to pledge his commitment to returning American basketball to prominence. But he would first announce his presence on the team in a famous blue-white scrimmage while the team was training in Las Vegas in the summer of 2007. LeBron was just coming off of a fraudulent finals run a few weeks earlier, one of the most overrated playoff runs in NBA history, where LeBron in his fourth NBA year managed to navigate arguably the worst conference in NBA history during the postseason, beating the 41-41 Wizards in the first round, the 41-41 Nets in the second round, and the 50-win Detroit Pistons without Ben Wallace in the Eastern Conference Finals before getting swept in the NBA Finals by the Spurs while averaging 22 points on 35% shooting. A playoff run that had many speculating LeBron had passed Kobe up as the best player in the NBA. So Bryant and James would be separated for the famed blue-white scrimmage in Nevada that summer, an intensely fierce battle of a grouping of the best NBA players exerting the intensity of a high-stakes playoff game, with Kobe's blue team trailing by 1 point with under 10 seconds left in the game. LeBron would refuse to guard him as Kobe had cooked the fake king throughout the earlier stanzas of the second half. Instead, the longer Tayshaun Prince was put on Bryant for the final possession, who promptly iced the go-ahead shot directly in Prince's face with 6 seconds left. But the White would have one more shot at the win, with LeBron looking to assert his dominance. Unlike at the other end, though, Kobe was unafraid to guard LeBron and his minuscule bag, clamping him down and nearly forcing a travel before LeBron tossed up this ugly-looking potential game winner. Kobe, a game-high 26 points and the game-winning shot, while clamping down LeBron defensively, who finished the game with 18 points, getting it done on both ends of the floor and showing Team USA who the best was. A lesson they learned well, a message that would be reasserted in the gold medal game 1 year later in the 2008 Summer Games in Beijing. And instead of being played out in a scrimmage, it would be displayed on a world stage. The U.S. team rolled through their group play as well as their first 2 rounds in the knockout play, winning their first 7 games of the tournament by an average of 30 points per game before colliding with Spain in the gold medal game. And Spain pushed the U.S. to the brink, cutting the Americans' lead to 91-89 with just under 8 minutes remaining in the fourth. That's when LeBron James would do typical LeBron James-like things in the clutch, while Kobe Bryant would do typical Kobe Bryant-like things. Bryant would hit a series of difficult and incredibly pressure-packed shots down the stretch, scoring or assisting on 18 of Team USA's final 24 points during the last 6-minute stretch of the game. LeBron scored 2 points in the entire fourth quarter and 0 in the final 5 minutes. Kobe saved LeBron and Team USA from failing to hit the top of the podium in 3 straight international tournaments. And while liars on mass media stages and teenagers who never watched a single second of Kobe's prime can whine about LeBron's perceived superiority, LeBron himself knew what it was.
Kobe was already drenched in sweat, and we was like, oh yeah, he different.
LeBron's golden savior would go on to win the next 2 NBA crowns in 2009 and 2010. And while LeBron would go on to steal some cheap rings with a collection of various competitive balance-destroying super teams, and even Tim Duncan himself would gravy train a 5th ring on a team with 4 Hall of Famers on it, anyone watching international basketball in the 2000s knows what the score is. Added up with Kobe's 5 titles and 7 finals appearances from 1999 to 2010, and Kobe Bryant owned the 2000s like virtually no other player in modern NBA history ever has.